Hello friends, today I will tell you about Akatsuki, one of the best-written bad anime groups in the history of anime, which I was influenced by while naming my channel. I want to explain the power ranking of the members of this group according to my own thoughts. I did not add the Taka group to this list, and the power ranking of the members is completely based on the time they existed in the group. That is, I will make the ranking based on the state of Obito with an orange mask, not the state with 10 tails. I think I have explained the logic of the video enough, so let's not prolong it. If you like the videos, let's subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like the video. Have a good time everyone in advance. Zetsu was by far the weakest member of the group. He is very good at manipulating people and gathering information, but when it comes to power, unfortunately we cannot say the same. In order to resurrect his mother Kagaya, he manipulated many names starting from Indra, Madara, Obito. In the end, she achieved her goal. Even though she was weak in terms of power, we can say that she was the best in terms of intelligence. Juzo is one of the last 3 survivors of the 7 shinobi swordsmen after they were defeated by Might Dai. Akatsuki teamed up with Itachi but died in the attack of Mizukage. The sword Juzo uses can regenerate itself using the iron in people's blood. After Juzo died, Zabuza got hold of this sword. And finally Suigetsu had this sword. In general, Juzo enters our list at 11th place. Haiden, who believes in the Jashin religion and has a certain philosophy of belief, although he is immortal at certain times, the ability he uses is not very functional. It's a bit difficult for him to pull off the moves, especially against an enemy with fast attacks. What makes this power effective is that it manifests itself in dual attacks. Even though he defeated wolf monsters like Fu and Yujito, he was imprisoned in a forest by Shikamaru. He has interesting powers, but I don't think he's in a good place in terms of power. Sasori from the Red Sands comes in at number 9 on our list. Sasori turned his body completely into a puppet, and that's why he never aged. He killed the 3rd Kazekage with an assassination. Even if it was an assassination, it is quite difficult to kill a Kazekage. I think he could have killed both Sakura and Chio Grandma very easily if he hadn't seen Chio Grandma and got into a trance. I think this way Sasori said goodbye to the series very early. In the 8th place of our list is Deidara, a lover of art and explosion from the village of Iwagakure. If I remember correctly, Sasori mentioned in a conversation that Deidara was stronger than Sasori, but I think Deidara is stronger than Sasori. I think he defeated the 3-wolfed Isebu alone, and he also took Gaara with him, although Gaara was there to protect the village, but it is still very difficult to defeat a Kazekage alone. The scene where Deidara uses his power to the fullest is his fight with Sasuke. I think he wouldn't have died easily if he wasn't a user of both lightning techniques and Sharingan. I think the last resort was to explode his own body, but it still wasn't enough to kill Sasuke. The thing that saddens me the most is that we will never hear the phrase "art is an explosion" again. Conan is usually ranked 9th or 10th in most lists, but I think he is very powerful because he can turn his body into paper and create huge explosions. When Toby came to get Nagaton's Rinnegan's, they had a big battle with Conan. A strong character like Toby would have been killed by Conan if he hadn't used a forbidden technique like Izanagi. Conan, one of Jiraiya's students, was ranked 7th on our list. Now it's the turn of the Kakuzu, the oldest member of the group and a money hunter. Kakuzu can use all 5 elements and has 5 hearts. He is almost half immortal, and he once said that he fought Hashirama. There is a misconception here. Kakuzu is not the one who killed Hashirama. We know that Kakuzu ran away from the battle when he realized that he could not defeat Hashirama. After that, he was expelled from his village and joined the Akatsuki. He pushed Kakashi hard, but when he was defeated even before Naruto had fully developed Rasen Shuriken, he was ranked 6th on our list. Kisame, one of the 7 swordsmen of Kirakagura, from the village of Kisame Hidden Mist, had so much chakra that he was nicknamed the tailless beast with no tail, and of course the biggest share of this was the Samahata, one of the 7 legendary swords. The Samahata was a sword that loved Chiraka very much and at the same time absorbed chakra like a sponge. Kisame fought against many names, he did a good job against Killer Bee, but he could not do much against Might Guy, and when he was captured, he fed himself to the sharks in order not to give information. I think he is stronger than the other names on the list. One of the legendary Sannin, Orochimaru is the most powerful of the 3 Sannin in my opinion, and his forbidden techniques and powers such as Edo Tensei made it very difficult for me to include him in this ranking. When we rank him according to the times of Akatsuki, I think it is quite reasonable to rank him in the 4th place. He left Akatsuki both after his encounter with Itachi and because Pain tried to steal his Rinnegan. He didn't stay in the group for a very long time. The last 3 names on the list are actually very close to each other in power. My friends who love Itachi very much and think that he can even beat Madara, forgive me. My favorite character is Itachi, but don't overdo it. I think yes, Itachi is someone who always has interesting powers, but he has many powers such as Izanami, Totsuka Sword, Amaterasu, Tsukiyomi, and he is also a very intelligent and talented character. But Itachi has a limit. Edo Tensei Nagato Killer Bee, Naruto and Itachi hardly stopped. You need to find out who made up the phrase that he can beat Madara and who said it. Unfortunately, the number of haters against the character is increasing unfortunately because of such expressions. As I said at the beginning of the video, I put the Akatsuki form of the Tobi in 2nd place. If we take the Tobi combined with the Ten Tails, of course it would be in 1st place on the list. In my opinion, it was the most functional of the Kamui-I techniques. Since Tobi had Hashirama cells, he could use it over and over again. It is also a very important event for the Naruto series with the story and the person under that mask. As much as the last 3 rankings pushed me, I think Nagato should have been in 1st place. Nagato, who received 2 Rinnegan from Madara, combined with the great chakra from the Uzumaki lineage, could use Rinnegan very well, summoning Kaga-level monsters, ninjutsu absorption, Rinne Tensei. He had great techniques like Chibaku Tensei, Shinra Tensei. When we consider all these powers, I think he deserves the 1st place. I have explained my thoughts. What do you think differently from me? Write your list in the comments and let's discuss. Goodbye.